Welcome back to our channel. Our topic for today is Apology, written by Plato. These are some important characters from the story. Socrates, 470399 BC, son of a sculptor and a midwife, was a famous philosopher in Athens. He was accused by Meletus, a poet, supported by Lycon, an orator, and Anytus, a politician. Socrates had a reputation for questioning people and exposing their ignorance. He told the story of his friend Chaephon, who once asked the oracle at Delphi, "Who is the wisest man in Athens?" The oracle replied, "No one is wiser than Socrates." Socrates, puzzled, began questioning politicians, poets, and craftsmen who were believed to be wise. He discovered that most of them pretended to know much but actually knew little, whereas he at least admitted his ignorance. This made people angry, and many saw him as a dangerous troublemaker. It is 399 BC in Athens. The court is crowded, hundreds of jurors sit ready to judge. Citizens gather to see the most famous philosopher of their city on trial. The air is tense, for everyone knows this is no ordinary case. Socrates, now an old man with a calm face, stands before the court. He is not dressed like a lawyer or politician. He has no fear, no nervousness. He begins to speak in his plain, honest style, unlike the polished speeches of orators. The main accuser, Meletus, supported by Anytus and Lycon, claims Socrates corrupts the youth. He does not believe in the gods of Athens. He introduces strange, new gods. The crowd murmurs. Many already dislike Socrates for making powerful men look foolish. Socrates raises his voice. He explains how his friend Chaephon once asked the oracle at Delphi who was the wisest man. The oracle answered, "No one is wiser than Socrates." Surprised, Socrates began questioning politicians, poets, and craftsmen. He discovered they claimed knowledge but actually knew little. "If I am wise," Socrates says, "it is only because I know that I know nothing." He tells the jury he never corrupted anyone, and if he did, it was unintentional. He adds that he cannot stop questioning and searching for truth, because he believes God has sent him to do this work. The jurors listen, half angry, half thoughtful. After long speeches, the jury votes. The result: guilty. The court falls into uneasy silence. Some feel pity, others feel triumph. Now comes the question, what punishment should Socrates face? The accusers demand death. Socrates, smiling, suggests he deserves a reward, free meals for life in the city hall for serving Athens. The jurors laugh, but also grow angry at his boldness. Finally, Socrates lightly suggests a fine or exile, but the jury is not convinced. The decision is made: Socrates shall die by drinking poison, hemlock. Socrates does not beg, nor cry. He speaks calmly. Death is not to be feared. Perhaps it is like a deep sleep, or perhaps it is a journey to meet great men of the past. He tells his friends, "Care for my sons, correct them if they value money over virtue." He looks at the jurors one last time. The hour of departure has come, I to die, and you to live. Which of us goes to the better lot is known to no one but God. With this, Socrates is led away, serene and unshaken, while the court buzzes with awe and sorrow. These are some important who said to whom questions which might come into your exam. Thank you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more legal insights. See you in the next one.